Recording.
Okay, so I now got it out, just driving through traffic, get to the expressway. Um, there's a rattle, but it's not, it doesn't get faster or slower with the revs. It's almost like something is rattling on the top of the engine or under the fuel tank. I don't think it's anything, well, because it's not linked to revs, it's just a rattle on like vibration from tick over or something. I don't know, but it doesn't sound particularly serious to me. So we'll see. I got the new blue mirrors in from Germany. They go over the top of your original mirrors, and the original mirrors were slightly, the silver backing it started to come away, and they weren't great. But these blue ones I have on the 14 as well. They're really good. You can get different ones with different curves on the glass to give you more or less vision. The trouble is, I did order the ones with the maximum mount one time for the 11, and they wouldn't fit because there's too much of a curvature. But so anyway, these are the less curvature, but they still improve slightly the visibility. Okay, so I have to remember to keep it at 5k, no more. I've left a bit early because this is the first sort of any distance that I've ridden a bike, and normally I'd leave a little later, but it was getting dark, and if I do have a problem, I'd rather deal with that problem in daylight rather than dark. Heat, I mean, the humidity is very high. I think it's 82% today. At the moment, I think it is, but the heat coming back off the engine is a lot. When you're saying that, the 11 and the 14 also put out a huge amount of heat as well. So, well, I don't need to worry about the 5k. So changing direction is so much better than the 11. It was so much easier. I won't say better because it's a different technique, but it's so much easier. And I have to say, I think it's even easier than the 14. You know, I've just filled up with fuel. I got full tank, which is weights high up, but still, it takes no effort to change direction. So it's been uh, months to get this back on the road, and there's so many new parts fitted. It cost a small fortune. Uh, in actual fact, an amount that nobody would have put into it in the West because you have options to buy others. As I've mentioned on the other videos, there's only 3 of these in the country. There's no other option. And I can't buy one, import one in. It's against the law to import private vehicles. So I had no choice. Not if I wanted to, ride a ZX12R, which I did. But it's been an interesting road. And with any rebuild, you start off with a list of parts you need, and then as time goes on, you need this and extra and this and the work. I haven't been down here recently because of all the work going on 3 bikes. But they've extended the road, and it actually means I don't really recognize. I think I come off at the next junction. So anyway, back to the 12R. Well, seems pretty good. Temperature's still good. Dee 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 dee. So, very, boring ride, but that's not what the aim of this is. The aim of this is to check that everything is working okay. So the indicator light is flashing quickly. obviously it's LED, but sometimes it flashes normally, and it's a pain in the ass.
Okay, so this is the first time really riding a bike. I've got to run it in for 500k because of all the new main bearings and com rod bearings and various other bits and pieces, new water pumps, new oil pumps, new everything else. So I'm running it in, got to stick to 500, 5,000 RPM. And when I set off, I was pretty nervous. As you would be. It's been a long time getting this thing back on the road. So, but all in all, good. There she is, looking good. ZX 12R power. Cheers, guys.